Hey there guys, this is David from BinaryOptionsDaily.com and I have a special treat for you today. I know many of you have been waiting so very long for this video, but this is the price action video of where I show you what I was looking for when I was making the 180 wins video and all those trades that went along with that. So really what it comes down to is two things that I'm especially looking for. The first thing is levels in the market, and the second thing is how price reacts to these levels in the market. So let's go ahead and get started with me showing you a little bit about the levels. So the one thing that I'm looking for with the levels is what's sticking out in the market. What's a clear support and resistance level? So the first thing that I see on this chart is this level right here. Now the reason that I'm picking this level as a support level is we've seen price come down and immediately come back up and kind of bounce off that level, as you can see. So essentially for me, after looking at that, I immediately know, hey, this is a support level. So immediately when I'm going into a chart, I should be able to quickly define where these support and resistance levels are, just based off kind of quickly viewing where price is bounced off of. So essentially with this strategy that I'm going to be sharing with you, what we're looking for is these support and resistance lines and how price is reacting to these lines. So the particular strategy that I was using was whenever you have a support line and price comes down and breaks this support line in a downward move, we wait for price to retrace back above this support line, and once it re-breaks again this support line, then we are going to be taking the trade. So this would be a put right here that we would be taking at the very top of this candle. As soon as that candle closes and ends under our support line, we'd be taking a put right there. So this is actually the 325 bar, and I'm usually taking 15-minute trades on these, so it would actually end at the 40 bar, which is right down here. So that is about a 28 pip win. So that is a pretty good win right there. Now the next support line that we've got is, again, one that's sticking out to me, is right here. Now you can actually play breaks, or you can play kind of bounce plays as well, as you want to be a dynamic trader. So this is actually a pretty good bounce play right here, and I'll kind of explain the reason for that. So we've got a pretty good move down, and as you can see, we've got a pretty good move back up, which we had a wick that came up and touched this level, so that's the first good sign. Then we had another wick that came back up and touched this level, and again it did not break that support level right there. And we had another candle that kind of moved back down. So that is another pretty good sign right there, and it had a good wick to the downside, almost a pin bar, which of course many of you may think with the pin bar, hey, this thing could definitely rocket up. However, in my experience, especially when you've added these levels in there, it's a little bit easier to see where price is likely to go, especially when you've got wicks that are hitting the support level up there, which you can kind of tell that, hey, this is probably going to be a bounce play if it has not broken through this level already. So the where I would be taking this particular trade is actually down here though, because what I'm kind of waiting for, and as if you've seen in my Euro USD strategy video on the 1-minute bars, I'm waiting for a close under this particular green bar right here. So as soon as that one closes, I'm going to be ready to do a put. Now this was quite a large bar. This was about a 17 pip bar, but again it did close under the green bar, so I'm feeling a little bit good about this one. So I would definitely be taking this trade and entering right there at the start of this green bar, which this is the 410, so our expiry, the closest one, would end on, let's see, 25 down there. So that would have been about a 12 pip win. So that was pretty good right there. I can live with that. Any wins are better than a loss. And I'll go ahead and add the next support level. So as you can see, we had the price come back down. And I'll go ahead and add that next level. And that is definitely one that's sticking out. So now what we're waiting for is for price to break down under this level, which it happened right here. And now what are we waiting for? We're waiting for it to come back up, break this level, and then we're waiting for it to retrace back down. Sorry, I do need to move this line a little bit. I usually do it a little bit below where the bars are, just because there can be some close ones in there. So if you do it a little bit lower, you're more likely to get a better trade. So as you can see right here, we had the bar break down again, break that support line, and so our entry would have actually been at the top of this red candle right there. Now as you can see, we had the next green bar that came right back up and retraced back over this support line. However, again, we're already in the trade, so we just got to hope for the best here. But as you can see, it did come right back down about 14 pips, which was a pretty good move there. And this is actually our expiry bar for the hour. And again, we're taking 15-minute trades, so this was started at 5:45 and ending at 5:55. Bars, that is. So that the 5:55 bar would actually be the end of the hour. So this would have been about an 8 pip win. So that was an excellent trade. Now the next level that sticks out for me is right about here, and again I'm placing this a little bit under the candles right there. And this one we really had no retracement back up. So again, we had the break right here, but it just did not retrace back up and do a double break for us. So that's not really one that we could be looking for a trade on. And also it did not come back up and touch the bar as we saw with this this trade up here. The support level, it didn't come back up and retrace with a couple wicks up there. So again, I probably would not take that trade. But if we scroll back a little bit, I can try to find us some more trades. Let's see, let me remove these levels right there. Let's see. Alright, so one that immediately sticks out to me in this one is this level right here. And again, I'm putting that just a little bit above that level, or those bars right there. So this one we had a very big move to the downside, which is about 49 pips, 50 pips. And we had one that came back up and broke through this level. And this is actually going to be our what's known as a resistance level, as price is moving up and it hits resistance right there and comes back down. So price broke up. So now we're going to wait for price to retrace back down and then break up again. So as soon as it broke up right here, we're going to be taking a call right there, and this is on the, let's see, this is the 55 bar, so we're going to be waiting. Our expiry would have been on about the 510, 1510, so it actually been about an 11 pip win. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but I think you're getting the gist of it, that with these support levels and how price reacts to those, you can definitely make some really good trades. And although you're going to have to wait for some of the right setups, it's better to wait for these setups than to just be trading all over the place and not making any money or going 50-50. It's just not worth it. So really look at these setups, and you can find some great trades in here. And even if you're making 1 or 2 trades a day with these setups, you're probably going to be more profitable than you would be if you're making 10 trades a day and having some good luck sometimes and bad luck other times. So I think you guys should hopefully find this video pretty interesting and educational. And if you've got any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section below, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you've got, certainly in the chat room or anything. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk with you all soon on the forums and in the chat room. Have a good one.